Good evening, and bienvenue, my fond fair Rouge Raiders. This is your humble narrator, Diomedes Rouge, here to bring you part 5 of What If Naruto Was Trained in Faerune. In our previous episode, we were introduced to different, well, some more lore and some flashbacks and just some overall general information that will help build this plot into something more substantial. And while I do apologize for the lack of action, a steak must be seasoned and prepared before it is fully tossed onto the fires to cook. But I promise you there will be more to come. So don't you worry, this shall be a long series, and to properly make everyone a badass, I must, take time to actually develop them. Wouldn't want to make anyone a Mary Sue or a Gary Stew, now would we? Now, where we last left off, Costello went out to go procure ingredients to assist him in cooking. Meanwhile, Naruto and Talavin gave an information dump onto Kakashi about certain, aspects. In fact, we're going to go join Costello in his current environment and see what troubles he gets into. Please do remember the photos that are being shown here are for y'all to better recognize and get more familiar with the characters, as well as for overall a better visual narrative. However, whenever they're out in public currently, assume that they're wearing their cloaks to at least cover their identity. Now, as we continue, Costello is currently out and about exploring the village at, the early times of the morning. As, those three were up at that time of the morning. Around 5 a.m. Costello is currently looking to see if there are any signs that he could get more familiar with throughout the city of Konoha, and just overall check and see where the closest market would be for procuring delectable supplies. As he's walking down the street, he could swear in the distance he could hear what sounds like to be the shouting of a madman. Come on now, by the power of youth, keep it up! What power of youth? Costello thinks to himself, as, curiosity has now been piqued, as he hears this same, lively voice, no other way to quite say it, keep on shouting at whoever he's shouting at, moving closer and closer and closer to his location. At this point, Costello is mildly intrigued and also kind of gripping the handle of his spare mace, just to be on the safe side. He has no idea what all the nice people in Konoha are capable of. And while he does not care to jump to conclusions, he also doesn't care to be ambushed by crazy people in the middle of the day, or as he calls the middle of the day. Yes, Costello is a very early riser. As it gets closer and closer still, we eventually see the forms of, well, as we would know them, Guy Sensei, Rock Lee, Neji, and Tintin. And at this point, Costello is going, wait a minute, okay. Headband, 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 headband. They're a part of, well, waistband in Lee's case. Ah, these are the members of Konoha. They are, well, obviously they're members of Konoha. They're a member of their military. Oh, so they must be out for early morning training. Just very enthusiastic early morning training. I guess I was misunderstood. As, well, he quickly lets go of his mace and just gives them a wave. As he proceeds to go back along his merry way. However, before he can, Might Guy sees him, well, obviously sees him, but sees how suspicious he looks. You get a 7.5 foot tall, heavily cloaked person who's also jingling from the armor they're wearing underneath, walking around in the middle of, well, right in the bright light of the morning, before the sun has even crested the trees. Yeah, suspicious is not the word, just the word for it. As my guy gets closer and says, "Oh there, my friend. Might I ask what you're doing?" And Costello genuinely and honestly says, right, I am new here. A friend of mine, brought me here as part of a escort for him and his operation. I was, well, honestly looking for the market so I could procure some tasty delights to help, well, raise everyone's morale, as we've had a few different rough patches along the way here and there, and good food is always the best way to rise everyone's spirits. Not to mention when it's jam-packed with protein, minerals, and supplements needed to keep the body strong. My guy, sensing no real deception here, because it's all true, and he goes, I see, who is this friend that you said brought you here? I don't know if I'm at liberty to say that. May I ask your name first? Oh, well, I'm Might Guy. Just, wait, you're Might Guy? Yes, why? So if you're Might Guy, he said that the one that was basically a small carbon copy would be Rock Lee. And then he said the one after that with the long hair that seems womanish would be Neji. Hey! And then he said the girl that had the buns in her hair would be Tintin. At this moment, my guy gets a bit more, well, serious. Yes, how do you know my squad? You might want to start talking. My apologies, I didn't mean any offense. And forgive the current state of dress. I don't want to scare anybody. You scare? Your people are not used to looking at my people. If anything, I would cause more of a ruckus if I wasn't wearing my current attire. But if I must say, it is a pleasure to meet the friends of Naruto. Naruto? 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 What do you mean Naruto? Didn't he pass? No, he's right in the compound over there at the Hatake. Hatake? He's over with Kakashi. Since when? Oh, since of yesterday. Yesterday? Oh, yes, we came back after he vented some of his frustrations in killing two of the Akatsuki? I believe he called them. I'm sorry, the names around here are a bit complex for a person of my tongue. You mean the Akatsuki? That's the ones, yes, the Akashka. Sorry, as I said, it's a bit rough for the names. But yes, he he killed. Your group killed two of them. No, no, no. He killed two of them. Naruto killed two of them. Well, he had some help from Mayphone. I'm not going to deny that. From the way the other man was releasing these masked monsters, they probably would have been a pain, but she's an expert marksman as well as very quick on the loose, so yes, she was able to take care of them with no real effort. Uh-huh. Okay. I'll bite. Where are you now? Would you allow me to verify this? Oh, yes, please. Please do. But can I procure the, well, items that I was planning on buying today? You. I. Hmm. Sensei, if I may, it might be best if we allowed this. Oh? Why is that, Lee? I mean, now, why is that Neji? Apologies, guys. Well, think about it like this. Obviously, he's here to. He doesn't seem to be someone of, well, ill repute. And if anything, he seems to be just as clueless as you and Lee when it comes to, well, how things go around here. It might be best for us to at least escort him around and make sure he doesn't get into any trouble and then escort him back to, well, Mr. Hatake. Right, right. Very well. Of course, I will inform you that, well, the shops aren't going to open for a few more hours. Oh, that is a shame. The markets usually opened at around 6 a.m. back in our homeland. What type of markets would open at 6 a.m.? Oh, the ones that cater to adventurers. Adventurers? Why, yes. Most adventurer shops would open up and allow you to procure items early in the morning, so that way you could set out and be on your way by the afternoon or evening. In addition to that, there was always some deal or bargain that could be struck, and it also allowed them to open for a good 13-hour day while still being able to close up shop relatively early. Uh-huh. First come, first serve, after all. Wow, you an adventurer? I've never heard. My apologies. I'll explain more to you as we go whenever we're back at the house. But for right now, I would appreciate your company. After all, buying things with other people is always more fun than shopping on your own. Uh-huh. As we cut from there, we go to the Hyuga compound. Specifically outside in the training area where Lady Hinata is currently training with 7 members of the, well, side branch. Having them all attack her at one time while she fends off their attacks with the Byakugan, allowing her to read, intercept, and continuously move and block the attacks coming towards her. not throwing any offensive measures, nor is she trying to actually harm them, while making sure to dodge very painful attacks that would be coming towards her person. But she's so used to this by now, and this form of training, her thoughts, well, go on to other aspects. Thinking about Naruto and how he's back and how badly she made herself look in front of him and how she has to make sure it's Naruto and how she's gonna have to keep a better eye on him and honestly how giddy she is to have him back as she keeps basically just going through these motions of blocking, deflecting, flipping, and tossing the members of the side branch around, while, again, making sure not to actually harm them outside of a few scrapes and bruises. Hinata has become one very promising heiress to the Hyuga family. Honestly, it's completely surprised her father, now the formerly useless Hinata, who he thought was only going to be useful as a marriage ticket or someone to marry off into the future, has essentially become a prized, powerful, and dedicated shinobi. So much so that she was offered, well, acceptance into the Onbu. And to be completely fair, yeah, that is a very accurate assessment. As the training is complete, Hinata, well, goes into her room, does a quick wash up, and then decides to don her Onbu gear before making her way over to Lady Tsunade. As she enters the office, it's now currently 6 a.m. As Lady Tsunade is currently dealing with, again, paperwork, Hinata approaches her. Lord Hokage. Yes, Fox. I would like to ask permission to be assigned to take on a personal assignment. Oh? And what is this assignment you want? To watch over and investigate the new arrivals. The ones that claim to be Naruto Uzumaki and his company. I see. And pray tell, why? I knew Naruto fairly well. If it truly is him, I'll be able to suss it out fairly quickly. In addition to that, I have the Byakugan and, well, you already know of my visual prowess. I'll be able to keep a track and eye on everyone there, with little to no need to reveal myself. Very well. I'll allow it under one condition. Yes. You are not allowed to assault them. Anything suspicious, you come to me. Okay? Of course. as Hinata disappears in the blink of an eye. As Tsunade proceeds to pour sake into a cup and drink it, she goes, "Oh boy. Still has feelings after all this time apart." She's very dedicated. And also very, very scary. Good luck, Naruto. You're gonna need it. And now we cut to Naruto, who, after Kakashi has left the household, has gone into the backyard and began training. He's doffed some of his attire and has began doing his standard routine of minimalizing the amount of chakra in his body to the barest output point so he can train his actual body to its physical limitations. Doing push-ups, sit-ups, cardio, and a whole bunch of other fun activities. Handstand push-ups, lifting weights. Heck, even when Gregor comes out, they begin to work out together. Gregor acting as a perfect weight for some of those activities, such as the fastball special, where, again, he grabs Gregor and tosses him into the air for a surprise aerial attack. Yes. Him and Gregor act as the vanguard, the front line of their group. They know each other's combat styles well and know how to work around each other to a utmost T. You could say they are akin to a perfect upfront combination. Oh, man. It's hard to believe that we actually got some time to actually do stuff like this. I know what you mean, my friend. I know what you mean indeed. Oy. It's been a while since we've been able to actually train without having to wear our fully gear. Full gear. Dude, you basically wear clothes. Hey, it's a gamerson. Gamerson. Yeah, gamerson, you say. That cloth is nowhere near a gamerson. It's nowhere near thick enough to be a gamerson. Yeah. You keep on trash talking me. You're gonna see what happens. I swear, if it wasn't for the sheer fact you're so resilient, you probably would have died by now. Yes. If it wasn't for the sheer fact that you're a mutant fox hybrid, you probably would have died yourself. I love you, man. I love you too, you crazy bastard. Now, what do you say to a drink later? Well, I wouldn't mind that, actually. I figure you wouldn't. Now, what do you say we actually bring out the fun implements? No weapons training here. We can't risk making too much noise around everyone else. We'd actually have to go to one of the training fields. Oh, such a shame. They don't... it's to be expected. There are perks to living within a city, and then, there's the obvious bullshit you have to deal with. Yes, that is true. Well. You live, you learn, you love, blah, blah, blah. Speaking of things you live and learn about, I have to wonder. Yeah, what is it? Who was that, raven-haired woman with the pale eyes that, attacked you out of the blue the other day? That was Hinata Hyuga. And remember, I don't know everything about it, and to be completely honest, A lot of the times when you spoke about your homeland, I didn't really pay attention all that much because I found it to be boring as shit. Really, dude? Well, to be fair, it was another dimension away. I figured we would never come here. Why did you figure that? Well, considering all the things you say about it, it kind of felt like, you didn't want to come back. The people that hated you, told you to die, the people that threw shit at you, and alienated you, made you feel like a complete worthless piece of, okay, I get it. Anyway, thank you. But again, so, who is she? Hinata she was a good girl. Uh-huh. And she was a good girl and a good friend and very loyal companion and like, get to the meat and potatoes, my friend. Quit trying to feed me celery. I am not a rabbit. You're about the size of one. What was that? Nothing. She's the princess of the Hyuga clan. That being people with a insane visual prowess. Visual prowess? What, do they eat plenty of carrots? No, dude, that's a myth. Yes. Anyways. They have these eyes called the Byakugan, as you saw there, as you called them, pale eyes. Yes, looked like they were blind. It's actually the complete opposite. Oh? The Byakugan, in its standard form, gives people greater visual prowess. At least from what I can remember. When it's activated, it gives them free range of motion, or free range of vision, I should say. Honestly, Neji, her cousin, was terrifying with it. You don't say. Yeah, I fought him during the Chunin exams. I beat him, but just barely. No matter where you attacked from, you couldn't. He could always spot you and, well, take you down. It was honestly quite annoying. But with Hinata, well, I don't think her visual prowess is as good as Neji's, but it's still nothing to be sneezed at. Not to mention, it seems like it's gotten better since the last time we were here. I was here. Well, that is good to know. Your friend improves, yes? And what was with the crazy outfit and the masks that I keep seeing on those freaky deaky people? They're Anbu. Anbu. Meaning, think of them as knights. Oh, they're nobles. No. I said think of them as knights. They're not knights. They're highly skilled and specialized warriors. The Anbu specialize in stealth, assassination, and, most importantly, protection. They are the cloak and dagger of the Hokage. Or, well, any Kage. Uh-huh. So, essentially, they are bastards. Bastards? Yes, bastards. You can say that, can't you? They hide in the darkness, they try to sneak up on you, they give you a few shivs in the back and expect you to fall over dead. Not exactly. Some of them do that, but each Anbu is trained in different methods, because each Anbu is brought out from a different squad, or different team, or for different reasons. Some Anbu specialize in being up front, others specialize in being in the shadows, some specialize in poison, some specialize in God knows many other things. But they're all deadly and they're all very stealthy. I see. How in the world do you people not deal with head-to-head confrontation? Honestly, it's baffling. I have no idea how this trend got set up myself. Yes, yes, well, it is quite confusing for a guy like me. By the way, the pink-haired chick is going to be approaching any minute now. What? How do you... Uh, I, let's just put it this way. I memorized her footsteps. Why? You know, you were planning on fighting her eventually, weren't you? She called me a midget. You know how I... No beating people. Fine, fine. No cutting off the bottoms. No cutting them off at the kneecap either to make them as tall as you are. To bring them down to eye level. Fine. No punching them in the groin. Take away all my fun, will you? You fucking ingrate. I tell you what. If I can, I'll see about finding you a sparring partner that'll be worth your time. Really? Yes. From around here. Because the last time I checked, a group is worth our time, but we're kind of used to fighting against one another. I'll see about finding you some fresh blood to wail on. Just make sure you don't kill anybody. Fine, fine. I will do my best to make sure that your tiny, tender friends don't become a new notch on my axe. I'm going to go wash up. You keep doing what you're doing, you trainaholic bastard. I am not a... As Gregor proceeds to leave. Overgrown asshole. I heard that. As well, there's a knock on the door. Naruto proceeds to, well, walk over in his current state of dress and open the door straight to Sakura Haruno. As Sakura says, "Hey, listen, I'm looking... Naruto? Hi, Sakura, what? Uh, why are you... Put a shirt on! No, I'm training. Will you have some decency? There's people about. Like, one, you knocked on the door of the place I'm currently sleeping at, and two, I'm not a woman. There's not really much for me to have to hide. So, modesty isn't really a big issue considering that, again, there's nothing really for me to have to hide. There's nothing immoral about this. As, if you want to talk, follow me outside. I got some training I still have to do." As, essentially, Naruto just leaves the door wide open and goes right back to the backyard. As Sakura has the biggest blush on her face, going almost completely violet. Well, not violet, completely crimson. Yes, my apologies, got my colors mixed up. As she shuts the door behind her and takes a deep breath to calm down. How in the fuck did he turn out like this? As she turns back around and goes outside to see Naruto currently pushing himself up using the upside down push-up method. This being, well, exactly what she sees. As, yeah, she's beyond surprised and a bit flustered. And she could swear in the distance she hears something crash into the ground. She doesn't know what, but she figures a cat must have fallen off of a tree or something. But anyways, she says, Naruto, can you stop doing that for like 10 minutes and stand up to talk? Right. So, what is it that I can help you out with? Listen, we need to talk. Yes. I'm sorry about how I treated you back then. I truly am. But what happened to you? Where is the Naruto I knew? Because the Naruto I knew would never have said anything like that. The Naruto you know died. What? Let me ask you something, Sakura. Let me ask you something. What exactly do you remember about the Naruto you knew? What's one of the biggest features you can remember about about me back then? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? That big dorky smile you always wore. Where is it? Oh, I'm sorry. The big smile. Yes, you you always smiled. That's was your biggest feature. I see. You're wondering where that smile went. Here, one moment here. One second. As Naruto basically brings his hand, the back of his palm close over his face, and from the chin, right where his chin is, he puts the edge of his palm right there and just slowly moves it straight up. And as he does, whenever it's all the way to the top, she's met with that. You mean this smile? You mean this smile? Yeah, how? Uh, yeah. As he relaxes his face and lets it fall back into a neutral state. That smile has and always was fake. No, that can't be. You can't have that type of smile be. That couldn't have been fake. It was. It was and always was. Very few times did I actually ever truly smile here with y'all. Don't get me wrong, a few of my happier moments was with Team 7, with Iruka Sensei, with Jiraiya Sensei. But that smile was almost always fake, forced on, to cover up what I was feeling, to make sure I never, ever made others feel as bad as I did with my own misery. I tossed on a fake smile, and no one even batted an eye. No one here even noticed. Not you, not Kakashi, not Iruka, not Sasuke, not Jiraiya. It took me going to another world for someone to call me out on my bullshit. To let me know that it was okay to be sad. It was okay to be miserable. that it was okay to cry. Naruto, I don't blame you. The village saw me as a pest, a freak, a monster. You know why. It's kind of hard not to see it now as he pulls down the cheek. As he takes two fingers and pulls down the lids of his eyes to fully show the the red irises that have taken over his former blue ones. The large slits that have now replaced it fully. The enlarged canines. Yeah, I'm the monster everyone feared. And yet, I'm still me. Because I haven't given myself over to any of my actual inclinations. But yes, Sakura. I don't fully... I went too far. What? With you. I admit it. I went too far. I apologize. What I said, or at least most part of what I said, was going too far. I know you love Sasuke. Why, I don't know. I don't care if you love me. Hell, I gave up on that a long time ago after I saved your life like 5 times in one mission, and instead of talking to me, you went straight over to hug Sasuke after he woke up from the bed. It's like I gave up on chasing you a long time ago. I was just happy with being your friend at that point. The only reason I kept on going and provoking you was because it would have seemed fishy if I didn't. I see. Yeah. Again, I don't know why you like Sasuke. I really don't. From what I know, he's tried to kill you and Kakashi, both at one point or another. He's tried to... Well, he's betrayed the village. I don't know why you still want... I can get you wanting him to come back, but I don't know why you still love him. It's because he's your childhood crush, right? You thought yourselves were destined to be together and that there's no better fit for you. There are plenty of other guys in the village, Sakura. Plenty of other guys. Why are you hung up on Sasuke? You... Where did this come from, huh? Huh? Are you just trying to... No, I'm not trying to make you fall for me. Not in the slightest. I could care less who you love. I'm just trying to figure out why you're wanting to love the one guy who has always rejected you, has always shoved you away, has always made sure to inform you that he doesn't like you, has always been aggressive towards you, whether that's emotionally and or physically. Like, why do you like him? Honestly, like, I'm legitimately trying to know. Are you saying that if I would have punched you in the head a couple of times, that you would have liked me just the same? No. Or are you just a masochist of some kind? Naruto. Right, that was too much. My apologies. But legitimately, why? Is it because you believe you can help him? He's not willing to help himself. What makes you think you can help him? Listen, what did you come here for, right? You swallowed your pride and came all the way down here to apologize to me for something. Let me take a wild guess. You wanted me to track down Sasuke without killing him, right? Yes. Right. Okay. I'll make a bet with you. A bet? A bet. I bet you that I'll set you up on a date. Huh? Well, hear me out before you say no. I'm going to set you up on a date with someone. That person will be of my choosing, and you won't know about who they are until you get to the, well, spot of the date. Till you get to the actual place and setup and all that. If you don't enjoy yourself and if you don't like the date, then I'll devote all the effort, energy, and resources I have into tracking down the Edgelord Uchiha boy. Edgelord? It's a common phrase in Faerune. If, however, you do enjoy this date, and you do enjoy who I set you up with, to at least a minor degree, you have to promise to drop the Sasuke matter, at least temporarily. I'm sorry, what? I'm not gonna give up on the crazy bastard. And to be honest, while I would love to, well, shove my hand through his chest and rip out his heart for what he did to me, it's honestly not worth it. I'd rather figure out information from him than just kill him. And to be completely honest with you, killing him would be a waste of time and resources. So, again, I'll catch Sasuke eventually. The only thing we're discussing here is time frame. Basically, you're going to be the thing that's dependent on this time frame. If you agree, then all you have to do, no matter what happens, is just say you didn't like the date. You do that, and I go start chasing Sasuke. Just like old times. But if you did, I stick around and proceed to train up and build up the resources that I need to try and take down the Akatsuki, and then I chase after Sasuke. Deal? As he extends his hand. Deal. She grips his hand and he shakes, and with that the deal has been set. And Naruto smiles and says, "Cool, now, I'm gonna get back to training, if you need me." Meanwhile, at 7:30 rolls around, another knock on the door appears. Huh? Who's that? Oh, that must be Costello. Huh, didn't think he'd be back so soon. Well, the shirtless Naruto walks all the way back to the door. "Will you please put on a damn shirt?" "No. As I said, why is there a need for me to put on a shirt? There's nothing on display. That's immoral." As he swings open the door and Tenten faints. Pfft. The fuck is wrong with her? "Naruto, will you please put on a fucking shirt?" As Neji states. Meanwhile, Rock Lee is like, "Naruto! Lee! Naruto!" As they kind of just slap each other's hands together and just, it's been a while. What are you doing here with Costello? As Costello just shifts his way into the house with a 2 armloads of groceries. Costello, how much money did you spend? Just a little bit. Yeah, honestly, it was a lot more cheap. A lot of this stuff was cheaper than I expected. Oh boy. Meanwhile, well, my guy is going, "My goodness, Naruto, you've certainly bulked up. And you've gotten taller. How tall are you?" About just above 6 feet. Hmm, not bad. Also, when did you get back and why didn't anyone inform us? It was kind of a private affair. But I'm guessing y'all ran into Costello sooner than, well, Kakashi. Oh boy. Costello, I love you, bud, but still. Fine, I'm gonna go toss on a shirt, considering everyone keeps on hollering at me to do so, motherfuckers. It's too damn hot to be wearing all this shit. As Naruto goes back into where his room is, and puts on a standard shirt and walks back out. Meanwhile, 1010 gets back up. Holy shit. As Sakura just like, yeah, I get you. How did he become? Yeah. Meanwhile, everyone's just kind of relaxing and chilling out until Costello, well, doffs his armor. Well, not armor, his cloak, and puts it up on the rack. And, well, needless to say, Mike Guy and Rock Lee and Neji and Sakura and Tintin are all very shocked at the scaly, heavily armored man that is now in front of them with a dragon-esque like face. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am Costello Cruz, a humble cleric in the service of Bahamut. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Now, would any of y'all like something to eat? Huh? What? As Talavin comes out of his room and pops his neck and goes, "Oh man, I needed that. Hey, Costello, you're back. I didn't expect you to be back so soon, my dear friend. Oh no. Costello, what did you do? Oh, we have guests. As, again, my guy, Rock Lee, Neji, and Tintin, and Sakura are confused by now the red-skinned, red-horned man that is now standing in front of them. As this proceeds for a brief moment, we hear a minor explosion occur in the back room as, well, the door is flung open and coughing is heard as, well, holy, talk about a terrible combination there. Holy, oh lordy. Oh, Cassie, I see you brought some food. Oh, we have guests. Oh, wow, that's nice. Anyways, you brought food. Maggie, what did you break? Oh, will you calm your scaly hide? I didn't break anything. I just blew up some things. Maggie, just let me open a window. As Costello goes into the room, allow me. I remember the layout fairly well as a green spectral hand moves out of, well, Talavin's body into Maggie's room and opens a window, and needless to say, everyone is kind of freaking out now, just like, what the fuck? As Mayphone quickly barges out of her room in a state of full combat dress with her bow notched and ready to fire, going, "What was that? Who's going on? Who's there? What? Are we under attack?" No, no, no. Maggie just blew up her room again. As Mayphone quickly aims her bow towards Maggie. Maggie. Like, hey, sis, no need to be upset there now. Just a wee explosion in the morning. I was enjoying what little rest I could. It's not often we get to sleep in. And you started experimenting when you know you tend to blow stuff up when you experiment. It's like, love ya, gotta go, bye. As Maggie proceeds to run out of the house while Mayphone proceeds to chase after her, loosing arrow after arrow near her location. Note, she's not shooting at, well, Maggie. She's just shooting near Maggie. As if she really wanted to, yeah, she could hit her, but essentially it's now become a bit of a game to them. As Costello just begins rubbing his head. Oh, I feel sorry for Mr. Hatake. I will probably have to prepare an apology letter for him before he returns. That would be wise. As that goes on... Oi, what's with all the racket? As Gregor walks out of his room and fully clothed and shield on his back, axe on his hip, long, luscious beard properly maintained and wrapped up in its standard glory. Hey, oh, got a lot of tall people here today. More than usual. Not a fan. What the fuck is just on the minds of everyone there? As the door opens up one more time and we see Brazzari walk in, taking off her cloak and tossing it to the side, as she now has an entire armful of 4 puppies. Oh my goodness! Oh, you'd be surprised. So many strays just. Oh, I couldn't resist. Brazzari, how many times do we have to tell you to stop adopting strays? Oh, please, if I stopped adopting strays, and most of you would have been without a home. I want to kick your ass for that comment. Bring it on, Wizzy. Just remember, an assassin knows how to take care of guys like you. It's like, 1, the title is Wizard. 2, you keep on poking fun, and I will show you the true power of the arcane. As Talavin's eyes begin to glow a spectral green. As Brazzari sets down the puppies and they take off, as her eyes begin to give off a malicious bloodlust as she pulls out her daggers. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Meanwhile, everyone in the entire household feels an intense, murderous aura wrap around them. As Naruto walks back into the room in his full combat attire. All of you, shut up now. As Talavin sets back down on the ground and just goes, fine, fine. Crazy dark elf bitch can live. As Bizarre puts away her blades and just goes, that's what I thought, Tally. As she, yes, brushes past Naruto going, thanks, dearie, but I could have settled it quite easily. As Naruto just goes, you all need to stop. You both of you. Honestly, if you two worked together, you would be terrifying. We do work together. No, y'all don't. Y'all are constantly at each other's throats. I swear. If it ain't just sheer fact that you guys are good at doing what you're told when money's on the line, I'd be actually terrified. As Naruto just walks over and sits down at the counter, removing his helmet, and just dunk, drops his head down onto the countertop. As Might Guy, Rock Lee, Neji, Tintin, and Sakura are all just gobsmacked, wondering what the actual fuck is going on. And that's when Might Guy says, Naruto? Yes. Who are all these people? They're my family. Your family. My self-made family. Allow me to properly introduce you. One of the women you likely saw running out there was Mayphone. As he shows a small picture of her. She is our half-elf archer. She's quite proficient with that bow, and while she's less proficient with a sword, she's still deadly, up close and from afar. The other girl you saw, her chasing after, that was Maggie, our artificer. She specializes in ranged combat as well as, making potions. Very useful. Potions? Think of them akin to food pills. As he kind of goes around the table. That is Talavin. He's a tiefling. Tiefling? Basically, one of his ancestors wound up having relations with a person of devilish bloodline. Screw you too, Naruto. Well, yeah, you know you love me, brother. Anyways. Yes, he is a wizard. Very good with as best as you would provide it, ninjutsu and genjutsu. Uh-huh. He points towards Gregor. That's Gregor. He's a close-range specialist. Very powerful, very formidable, very sturdy. Don't talk about any sort of shortcomings he may have. Think of him akin to Choji in that way. Oh. Yeah. Who the hell be this Choji guy? It's like, Gregor, no need to worry about it. I'll introduce y'all later. Aye, very well. In the meantime, I'm gonna see about getting some mead. They actually don't have mead here. What the hell you say, lizard skin? I said they don't have mead here. you unruly bearded bastard. Oh, don't make me! As Naruto slams his fist onto the countertop. Will you two please not argue in front of guests? Right, right. My apologies, my liege, my apologies. I apologies. I don't like bringing up family squabbles in the middle of company. What the hell do they have here then? Hmm. They have a type of rice wine. Rice wine? Ugh. Let me see. But yes, mostly it's a type of rice wine and beer. Beer. That does not have the same taste nor flavor as mead. True, true. Very true. Especially alcohol content, but I made sure to get you a pack just to be on the safe side. Pack? Yes, they have these nifty little cans that they come in. Have these metal tops that you push down and opens up this spout that you can pour it from. Quite ingenious. Huh. I'll be damned. I might give it a shot. That is Costello Cruz. He is our cleric. Think of him as a medical specialist Jonin, who's also very proficient at crushing skulls. I'm sorry, crushing skulls? Very, very adept at crushing skulls. To a point that I would dare say he's better than, well, Tsunade when it comes to that particular task. As he moves his hand over to where Brazare is, and she's playing with the puppies that she's adopted. That is Brazare, also known as Bree. She is, well, a dark elf. A dark elf assassin, to be specific. She's really good at her job. And honestly, I would not want to face her if I knew she was after me. Aw, aren't you sweet, Foxy? Don't push it, please. She also has a bad habit of taking in stray animals. Aw, you know you like it. Quit trying to tease, it doesn't work. As he looks dead at the rest of them, that's when Might Guy notices, Naruto, your eyes. Yeah. There's a long story behind that I don't feel like going into. But let's just say a lot of shit's happened since I've been gone. Right. Well, this is a lot of information. What I, listen, it'll be best to talk about when we go to Lady Tsunade's later. So if you want, you guys can tag along and we can inform the Hokage together about all of this. Very well. Sounds like a plan. If there is no other choice, as eventually everyone else comes into agreement. And that, my friends, is where we'll end off on this particular episode. And for those of you who are paying attention, there were a couple of different D&D references dropped in the episode. If y'all caught them, please do mention it in the comments. I'd be more than happy to give y'all a shout out if y'all did. Oh, and don't worry about the certain factors in of other what ifs. I will be making more. As soon as I make a playlist for this current one, I'll also be making an episode for another one coming up. Love you all. God bless. Stay safe. The Amides Rouge, signing off.